Hi, welcome viewers to our learning channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss how to calculate income tax and what are the formulas and functions to be used for calculating income tax. So in this video, I will take you through the basics, and then if you want a database for your employees where the tax is automatically deducted in rows, so you can develop that formula also in your database, HR database or any other database where you can calculate the income. First, let's understand the table that is provided by the LPR. There are three columns in that table. The first one is the slab, then there is the taxable income, and then income tax rate in Pakistan. So these are related to Pakistan. If your country has different rates, so you will have to apply those different rates, but the formula and the functions are totally the same. Now here you see these three columns are provided by the BR every year, where they say that if taxable income is 600,000 and then 600 to 12,000. So this is the simple table. From this table, I developed these four columns. What is this column? Where the amount taxable income exceed. This is from amount and this is up to the starting point and the end point of the taxable amount. And here we have a rate, a percentage on those text, and here you can see the fixed text amount that is applicable on these different slabs. So there are three things that you need to understand. The first one is the slab, the next one is the rate of income text, and then the fixed text amount. These three things we will explain and discuss. We will discuss in detail. So now the first thing, there are seven slabs in the fiscal year 2022 and 2023 in Pakistan. In other countries, it might be different. But as I said, the formulas are the same. Now, for example, the first one says where taxable income doesn't exceed 600,000. Now, 600,000, for example, if your salary, this is the taxable income per year. So if your salary is only 600,000 yearly salary. So what will be the monthly salary? So is equal to this divided by 12. So it means if your salary is 50,000 or lesser than 50,000, so there is no income tax in Pakistan for such employees. Now, if your income is between 600,000 and 1.2 million, which in Pakistan we say 6 lakh up to 12 lakh. So for that, there is 2.5% of the amount exceeding rupees 600,000. If your salary is above 600,000 and up to 1.2 million, so you will have to pay 2.5% of the amount exceeding rupees 600,000. So this is 2.5%. Here you can see this is 2.5%. So what I did, I obtained that percentage. Now there are two things in the text that you need to consider. One is the percent rate and the other is the fixed amount. So in this slab, there is no fixed amount. So for example, if your salary is 60,000 per month, okay, 60,000 per month. So here we will type 60,000. So the annual income is 720,000, which is 7 lakh 20. If you have these two information, salary per month, you can add the other allowances, etc. Also, you can add rows for allowances, but this income tax is on the complete salary, including all allowances, etc. So here you have put down already the complete monthly salary. So what is this? This is multiplied by 12, the yearly salary. Now, after that, you need three things to identify and obtain. Three things. Number one, what is the slab of this salary? So this yearly salary comes under this slab. If you see, between 6 lakh to 1.2 million or 12 lakh. So this is 7 lakh 20,000, 720,000. This is in slab 2. So here we can say slab 2. The first thing I have identified the slab. Now what is the next thing that I need to identify? Is there any fixed rate of tax? Slab is identified. Now fixed rate. What is the fixed rate here? So in this slab 2 there is no fixed rate. So we will type here 0. Now the third thing that you need to understand is the amount exceeding of the slab first figure. This is the first figure of the slab and this is the last figure of the slab. So the amount that is exceeding from the starting point of the slab is, now let's see, we will obtain that this minus what is the starting point of the slab, this. Here you can see that my annual salary is 120,000 more than the starting point of this slab. So what will be the, now on this slab you have identified the amount that is exceeding, and the amount that is exceeding is only 1 lakh 20,000, which is 120,000. So what is the percentage that needs to apply here? The percentage, now the third thing that you need, that is 2.5%. So here we will say in this case we have 2.5% of the 600,000. So here what I will do, I will multiply this with 2.5%. So this is, you see, this is now, when I multiplied this, so this is now 3,000. 3,000 is the total tax that you have to pay on your salary. And this is the total tax that you have to pay per year, for the total, for the complete year. So now tax per year and per month. We are going to obtain tax per year and per month. So the tax per year is the same, that is 3,000. And now what will be the monthly tax? Just divide this tax by 12. So you have to pay 250 PKR per month. For example, your salary per month is 120,000, which is 1 lakh 20,000 PKR. So what will be the yearly salary? So the yearly salary is simply this multiplied by 12. So this is your yearly salary. You have to obtain this yearly salary because the income tax applies on the yearly salaries, these calculation. Now, as I mentioned before, three things you need to identify: the slab, the fixed rate, and the percent. The percent on the amount exceeding. Three things. Slab. What is the slab of this salary? This is 14 lakh 40,000, which is 1.4 million. Now 1.4 million. 1.4 million you see here. This is the slab for 1.4 million. So this is slab 3. You see here, this slab is starting from 1.2 million to 2.4 million. So from 12 lakh to 24 lakh. So here we have slab 3. Now here I will add slab 3. My slab is slab 3. Now the remaining two things are fixed rate of the text and the amount exceeding of the slab first figure. These two things. Fixed text amount, which is this one, which is written here in this column, and I have just taken that into a digits, and then the percentage of the amount. So at this slab, when you see this third slab, so here they say where taxable income exceed 12 lakh but doesn't exceed 24 lakh. 12 lakh, 24 lakh. So there is a rupees 15,000 fixed amount. You see, this is fixed amount plus 12.5% of the amount exceeding rupees 12 lakh or 1.2 million. This is always the amount that is exceeding from the end point of the previous one. This is from the end point of the previous slab or the starting point of this slab. So you have to obtain now the fixed amount. So the fixed amount is 15,000 that you will have to give. So let me add here 15,000. Now the amount exceeding of the slab first figure. This is the amount exceeding of the slab first figure, which is this one. So this is now, you see here it is 12 lakh 1.2 million. So how much is your salary more than this one? Let's obtain this now. For this, we have a 15,000 fixed amount, which I have already written. Now 12.5% of the amount exceeding 12 lakh. So here, what I will do, I will deduct this from 12 lakh. You see, so my yearly salary is 240,000 more than the amount exceeding 12 lakh. What I did, I just deducted my month annual salary from the exceeding point, and the exceeding point at this slab 3 is 12 lakh 1.2 million. Now what you have to do in this case, 12.5% of the exceeding amount. So you have obtained the exceeding amount, which is this. Now I will obtain 12.5% of this amount. 12.5% of this amount, this exceeding amount, which is 30,000. Now we have these two amounts that I have to pay. The one is the fixed rate on this slab, and the next one is the percentage point of the exceeding amount. These two things I have obtained. Now, what is my yearly tax that I have to pay? So the total yearly tax that you have to pay is this plus this. 45,000 PKR you have to pay per year in this year for your income. Now, what will be the monthly tax that I will have to pay? So simple, just divide this by 12. So let's see this divided by 12. So you will have to pay 3,750 PKR. Now, what if you are starting in the mid of the year? For example, you are not starting from 1st July, because this income tax apply from the 1st July of this year up to the 30th June of the next year. Now, what if you are between those months? So for that, I have developed this calculator. And this calculator is, now you have to see. For example, your salary was 1,20,000, which is 120,000 PKR. So, and there are, for example, no allowances. So total salary is this one. Now, what is the yearly salary? The yearly salary is simply this multiplied by 12. Now, total applicable tax on this one is, see here, 45,000, as we did that in the previous example, 45,000. So that is the total applicable tax. Taxable number of months. For example, if you are not starting from the 1st July, you have joined, for example, from 1st September. So there are then 10 months. So first of all, here in the yearly, you will have to multiply this with the 10 and add here 10 only, and then you will see that you will have to pay on the same salary only 1500 per month, and total is 15,000. Although for the total year you were to pay 45,000, and here you are to pay 15,000, because there are almost 2 months have been deducted. And when you deduct those 2 months, so your yearly salary is 1.2 million. So the slab, which was this one, is now this one, because you are under this amount due to the 10 months calculation, because you are only for 10 months in that position. Anyhow, the HR and the organization usually apply the total year, because you might be working in some other organization also, but it's a good way to calculate that income tax on those months only which are applicable, because in the next organization you might, when this project end or before this project, you might if you are you were jobless, So then that's why you can do it like this. But the excellent way of doing this is to ensure all these months also. The important thing that I wanted to share with you is the formula that I have used here. See, it's a lengthy one. Let me show you this one. This is the complete formula. This is with if and end function. Now, this is good for the HR. If you just need to calculate your text, so you just need this calculator, and I have given the link in the description. You can download this. You can just do it like this. If you want a complete database that whenever there is a specific person from specific month to specific month, so they should calculate automatically. So for that, then you can use these formulas which I have just shown you. And what is this formula and how does it function? Let me show you simply here. What I have done here, if and I am using if and end. If this salary, this total yearly salary of a person is greater than or equal to the starting point and lesser than or equal to the, so what I have done here, the condition is if this amount is greater than or equal to this starting amount and lesser than or equal to this end amount, the end point, this amount. Now this was the condition only. Okay. Now I have to apply value if true and value if false. This is my first condition. I have used and because I am giving it two conditions. The amount is greater than or equal to this one and the amount is lesser than or equal to this one. So value if true. What I should do if this value is true? Simply value if true is rate of the text percent of the amount exceeding column D, there is nothing, and fixed rate, there is nothing. But I will have to apply the formula so that I may use it in the other conditions. So now what it should do, if this is the condition and if it is true, so what you do two things. Number one, small bracket start two bracket, because first you have to obtain the fixed amount. If this is the condition, so this amount plus calculate this amount, this is the fixed amount, plus small bracket obtain the percent of the amount exceeding this amount. Okay, exceeding this amount, the D, the amount in column D. So what is that? What is that? That is this percentage multiply by small bracket, and what I'm going to obtain, the amount exceeding this column. So the amount exceeding this column would be this minus this, small bracket close. It says false. Why it is false? Because it doesn't come in the slab 1, because my condition is only related to slab 1 for the time being. If I have to add some other, so I will just remove the last parenthesis, add a comma, and then start again if and start again the same formula, but for this rows now, and then for this rows, then for this, then for this, then for this. Now for example, if this salary is 40,000, so here you see now the false is changed to 0, because your yearly salary is only 400,000 and the text amount starts from 600,000. So it's 0 here. So it is also 0 here. Now if I add one another condition, if and if and with a comma, if and again this amount is lesser than or equal to which one? Sorry, greater than or equal to. The first one is greater than or equal to this one, comma, this amount is lesser than or equal to this amount. Greater than or equal to this amount and lesser than or equal to this amount. That's why I have used this AND function. Two conditions. If this is the case, so small bracket, close. Now value f true. If value f true, so the same function I will have to apply that one, but for these two, not for the above one. So for these two, what I will do, I will just do here, if this is the condition, so comma, two small brackets started, and now what I will have to do, I will have to add here G3, G4, G4. G4 is the fixed amount. So if this is the condition, if this condition is true, so just calculate fixed amount plus 2.5% of the amount, multiply by of the amount that is exceeding which 6 lakh. So the amount exceeding 6 lakh is this minus this, then small bracket close. So we have added now two conditions. Two conditions, the second one is also there. So now if your salary is 60,000, so you see here, now it shows 3,000. It also shows 3,000 and this also shows 3,000. This is the formula. Here I have added all the formula. I am just simplifying it. So 3,000, it has obtained 3,000. Now if I change it to 1 PKR, so 0. If I change it to, for example, 1 lakh, if I change it to 2 lakh, it again say false because the 2 lakh salary, which is 24 lakh per year, this one, this one. So that comes in the third slab, and we have added this formula for the first two slabs only. Now we are going to add a formula for the third slab. So the same thing here, again a comma, remove this last bracket, the black one, comma, if end. Again do the same thing. If this value is greater than this one, comma, if this value is lesser than this one, comma, then what you should do? You should do this fixed amount plus 12.5% of the amount that is exceeding 12 lakh, the first point. So this minus this again. Let me do it again. This is greater than or equal to this, and this is lesser than or equal to this one. What you should do? You should do small bracket close, comma. You should do what? You should do this. You should add this one. Small bracket start two small brackets because we are going to use two formula. One is this plus this multiplied by the amount exceeding this. So two formula. So here we will say this one. This is the fixed amount plus small bracket 12.5% multiply by the amount exceeding this one. So this minus this is the starting amount, this one for the third slab, this one. Here it says the amount exceeding 12 lakh. So obviously this amount minus 12 lakh. So here if you see in every formula, in every if, the range, these ranges are changing. So you can see now we have added the third slab. So now when you added this third slab, so here you see if the salary is 200,000, so the yearly salary will be 2400, 2.4 million. The yearly salary will be 2.4 million. So here you see 2.4 million comes in this third slab. So it giving me this number and then just the number of months and then multiply by that. Now let's verify this. 200,000 is the monthly salary. Let's come to this one. This is for example 200,000 is the monthly salary. The total amount that you have to pay per year is 1,65,000, which is 165,000, and here you see 165, which is verified. And per month you will have to give 13,750. So in this way, I have added only three slabs, and here you can add in the similar way just the rest of the slabs. You have just to change the ranges here. This range is static, it is always here. The rest of the D and E and F and G column will be changing up to D6 and E6 and etc up to this point. So here you can see this complete formula, which is at the end showing D9, and D9 is this row. This is D9. So up to D9. So you can use this formula, which I have given. The link is given in the description of this complete file, so you can use that. Now this function you can use in a database also. For example, you have a database here. The length of the video is already almost 25 minutes, so I have uploaded another video for the income tax database for employees. The link is given in the description. I hope you got my point. If there are any confusion, you can comment on the video, and I have also shared this file in the description of the video. You can download and see how you can use this simple Excel file. If you like the video, so kindly click the like button, share it, and subscribe the channel. Dear viewers, we have started this YouTube channel. There are free of cost learning tutorial on if you want to learn Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, PowerPoint, MS Word, other learning tips. So we have detailed playlist, and there are hundreds of tutorials on Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, how to design presentation, Microsoft Access, how to develop databases and manage data, online data collection, learning Google Form, KOBO, MS Forms. If you visit this channel, you can find lots of video tutorial. Kindly support us, visit the channel. For example, in MS Excel, you will find these sessions in a proper sequence. For example, in MS Excel playlist, we have this basic session and then session 2, 3, 4. So if you start learning these sessions, so from the start, you can go ahead and you will find in a sequence sessions on Microsoft Basics, data analysis, conditional formatting, pivot tables, use of if, concatenate formulas, dependent drop down list, validation, name managers, VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP function, F function, advanced use of count, F in some ifs, how to find duplicates, tricks and tips related to Microsoft Excel, how to develop search boxes, searchable drop down list, aggregate functions, tracking performance of the projects or any other analysis of research that you have conducted, for example, school function, other such studies. There are sessions on how to develop beautiful charts, attractive charts, speedometers, dashboards in Microsoft Excel. Similarly, in PowerPoint also you will find how to design beautiful presentation in PowerPoint, how to do in MS Access also you will find all these sessions in proper sequence. The Access tutorials playlist, there are almost 8 sessions. In session 1 you will find the basics, how to create tables, queries, forms, and then you will go on with advanced options in Microsoft Access. Similarly, you will find tutorial on how to collect online data, Google Form, KOBO, MS Form. You will find also the use of MS Word, the mail merge functions. There are sessions on SPSS also, so you can learn SPSS if you need to do some analysis in SPSS. There is a series on project management also, how to conduct need assessment studies. Kindly support us, visit the channel, watch, learn, and improve your productivity. Thank you so much.